Hello, everybody. This has been way too long a time coming, but I'm Never the End Offender here, and today we're finally gonna get around to reacting to Ancient Debris. Now, it's 2025, and even though we didn't get any episodes yet this year though, we did get 3 new videos relating to it that just dropped. We've got a proof of concept with the animated series, as well as 2 pilot teasers that we've got to work with here. So today we're finally going to get around to doing a huge reaction mashup for all 3 of them, which I absolutely cannot wait to finally get around to. It's been way too long, and it's still going to be kind of fresh with the first 2 because I've pretty much just blocked them out of my memory, in which I watched them but never got around to actually editing my reactions, whereas the third, it's going to be my very first time watching. And you can kind of see even the evolution with the logos there. Like, it started out big, but then it got smaller, then it's got some vine-looking things around it. So, and one other thing before we get into reaction, though. I already addressed this in my short, but I really think it's a good thing that Cube Canvas is, number 1, willing to pay attention to even the finer details, and number 2, actually take constructive criticism from their audiences and change their series for the better based on what they kind of missed out on, such as with Steve's skin color, which is, I think it's definitely a smaller thing to get hung up on in the grand scheme of things, but him actually making it more game accurate and not just having it remain white for the sake of star power, unlike a certain other Minecraft project that released this year, is merely giving me more faith in this series. And one other thing is, I'm liking how we're seeing way more progress unfolding with this as opposed to block by block. I mean, I know they're really busy pretty much reworking the whole shebang with animating, writing, voice acting, that sort of thing. Side tangent, but sometime Christmas or New Year's would be a nice time to get that production update before the end of 2025, but I digress. Without further ado, let's get down to reacting to these 3 teasers for Ancient Debris. Okay, so I do remember this. Yep, so there's the blood dripping down there, which I thought was a nice touch. Without further ado, let's react to it. Ooh, death comes to us all.
But even death cannot kill your spirit.
Oh yeah. Can become the spirit. Oh yeah.
I ask you,
oh yeah.
when the valley calls your name.
So Steve is gonna be possessed with this sort of Herobrine curse. Oh.
And claim your fate.
That's beautiful. You know, so they're doing some kind of ritual where he's already dead, and now he's gonna probably have some kind of internal struggle, you know, within his mental mind. So that's must be what this is. Oh yeah. Those effects, baby, they're looking good. Oh, the pixel flares like Wazzy was doing. Like, I don't recall seeing those in the first trailer, but oh yeah, the blood. Yep. Looks like they're performing a ritual on him, you know, where Airy right there is about to do it, and we get Ancient Debris. Oh, I love that shimmering effect there, you know. It's really giving this some kind of new life. It's so fluid. Let's actually do a more frame-by-frame breakdown. So, if we try to take a look at the transcript here, death comes to us all, but even death cannot kill your spirit. So it's going to be some kind of mental struggle that Steve's having with Herobrine, as you can see there, and then changing back to his regular self as he's seen the fire there that must be enacted from the ritual. So I ask you, when the valley calls your name, will you answer with your soul, or will you fight and claim your fate? Looks like there's definitely going to be some combat orientation there, you know, with how we were seeing the arenas in the first trailer. So, in all this vast space there that it's kind of having to struggle with the Herobrine curse again. There's that, and I said, you know, it starts with him, you know, his entire body being mutilated. And then they perform this entire ritual on him. Like, this is looking to be some really sweet stuff that we're about to get here. There's that spectacular look in pixel lens flare. Like, they totally had to be inspired by Wazzy's block by block series. Like, they definitely have had to kind of upgrade their animations. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they deliberately took inspiration from Wazzy's trailer to do those spectacular looking pixel lens flares that, should I ever get into Minecraft animating, I am definitely going to need to learn how to do. And and maybe even Wazi's block by block team can do a tutorial on how to get those pixel lens flares rolling. But that shimmering Ancient Debris bloody logo effect, like, that is incredibly fluid, like how it kind of moves with the beat. Like, yeah, like it's wiggling like jello. Like, it's basically having more of an intense wobble there with each beat of the song that drops, as you can see. I've got not much else to say except, you know, could this actually be kind of paying homage to Dungeons? Like, I don't know too much about Dungeons. In fact, I did watch a video that covered basically the main campaign storylines. Like, both the Nameless One and the Heart of Ender, you know, they aren't to be killed so easily by players in that first go-around. So, there's that I thought was really neat, and it's gonna be the same thing, most likely, with the Hero Right curse that Steve is gonna be struggling against as it's being teased in this series. So, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a lot of stuff to look forward to, and it's a good thing I was able to block all of this out of my memory, because remembering it for the first time, I was like, holy shit, things are getting intense here. And with how mutilated it is, like, I know Wazi said on Reddit that he was going to aim for a darker overall tone with his MCSM remake, especially in the later episodes as they kind of drift off from the more lighthearted tone the earlier episodes are going to have. But this is looking to be getting pretty dark right off the bat, and I'm living for it. I'm living for these more adult-oriented, or at least teen-oriented stories after that Sloth Fest, which is getting a sequel that under no circumstances will I ever go to see in a theater. Anyways, I think I've kind of rambled on. Is there anything else I need to cover? You know, it's kind of making that, you know, kind of hexagonal structure there for a short moment before the blood seeps in. Kind of like a snowflake. Kind of an octagonal shape with everything that's going on. But yeah, it's going to be some fascinating stuff. I also love, you know, how it's not exactly symmetrical, these shapes. Kind of adds to that realism there that... what can I say, you know? A lot of attention to detail was poured to this, and it's definitely got that sort of kind of Minecrafty Dungeons vibe with just how much more detail was put into the settings for Dungeons. And I kept reiterating this all throughout my 2020 playthrough of Minecraft Dungeons of just how much of a shame it is that we're not going to be able to see even 5% of the stuff of detail that was added to Minecraft Dungeons ever be implemented into the main game. Like, it's easy money that Mojang and Microsoft are sitting on for them to do that. Anyways, I think I've kind of rambled on for this particular teaser long enough. Let's get on to the pilot teaser. Let's react to it. Subtitles are off good. Let's go. Oh yeah, shaman kind of effect. Oh, it's more focused on Alex. Oh. Yeah, the kind of lion character.
I know we don't usually do this without Steve, but he's always busy with his whole tournament thing now.
Oh.
Besides, I got
the voice acting's good. Oh, the
safe.
green orb. Yeah. Oh. What is that?
Come on.
She must be used to it, you know, those green orb things. Must be a part of the nature. Oh, the pixelated fog there. That is,
glowy.
Oh, some kind of monkey creature. Oh.
I can't believe they used to be our enemies.
The golem,
Man's
she's also used to
discovery
those.
of magic. It's driving these golems to extinction.
Yeah, this is some,
It's getting away. Come on, Glowy.
Oh. Yep. Getting away.
I'm starting to think that even my own brother's doubting this research. But you know what they say? If no one believes in you, believe in yourself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that kind of pixelated effect there.
That these golems are more than what they...
Oh. That's some 3D effect there. Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Now that's something even Alex is shocked by here. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's looking spectacular. Oh, look at that! Like, they've even got an original soundtrack released already. Like, the only bits of soundtrack we've gotten from Block by Block are the You Can Find It song, both the original and the instrumental. And the original's gone from YouTube for whatever reason. FYI, it's still available on Spotify. But yeah, this is looking spectacular. So, we've got a lot of delicious animation to sink our teeth into with our more frame-by-frame oriented analysis. And we've got a neat backdrop that I think I'm going to even use this backdrop for my video. I'll just need to get the video file downloaded so I don't get these annoying ass video annotations in the way, but I digress. There's the cube canvas, you know, as opposed to the blood red we saw in the first one. It's more kind of a green glow to kind of symbolize the climax, in which there's that spectacular green explosion, in which it looks like we're kind of also going to be getting a little bit of Legends. Now, I'm not nearly as familiar with Legends because I haven't played the game, and judging from what I've seen online, I'm not going to waste my time with it, but Legends was kind of more focused on, you know, kind of those supernatural elements with, like, the colored vexes. But anyways, you know, those colored flying things, you know, except instead of being blue or yellow, they're green, and kind of like green fireflies as we're seeing here. But yeah, there's that, and the animation is definitely, I'd say it's even a step up from the first one, even though they were both released in the same month. Like, I think the first one was animated prior to this one in terms of how fluid the animation is and how the presentation in general is a step up. Yeah, and oh yeah, there's that glow there. Oh, yeah, she even burns herself on that glow. There's her flying it there.
I know we don't usually do this without Steve, but he's always busy with his whole tournament thing now.
So, it looks like Steve is going to be involved in the whole tournament things with, like, could he be getting his lightning powers after being resurrected by that kind of ritual with the blood red thing? Like, could that be where he's getting his lightning powers, or did he already have them prior to that point with how everyone else is also showing, you know, kind of those effects, like with Aerie with the fire and everything?
Besides, I got you and this sword to keep me safe.
There's kind of those swish effects, and there's also another one of these kind of more visual effects you would expect to find in a comic book, making it seem as though it's bringing comic book artwork to life with her petting the lion that I'll do a frame-by-frame analysis of in a little bit. But there's also, you know, her mouth kind of bending there, so it's kind of having a different mouth animation. It's similar to MCSM, in which the mouths are more fluid. They're not just, you know, those square pixels you find in an 8x8 generic Minecraft skin, but instead, you know, they're more fluid. You can also have pixels within pixels. More creative, more boundary pushing.
Safe.
There's that face. Like, I'm gonna clip that. Like, that face needs to be used in a GIF. Like, I could use that in my repeated cuts in future videos to come. Yep, there's him chasing the green firefly. Is that what the research was about, that Alex thought was gonna be a dead end? That must be, because, you know, it's kind of connecting to the golems, and it's, like I said, it's exploring the more supernatural, mythical elements of the game, that sort of thing. Like, this is basically the kind of vibe that the series is going for. It's kind of got plenty of elements from Dungeons, as well as a few of the more interesting elements from Legends, even if they didn't have exactly the best execution. They've even got custom wood going for this that you wouldn't find in the regular game, as well as leaves, grass, even foliage there. Like, a lot of work was put into this series, you know, making sure to get it right. And then there's, you know, those monkey creatures, monkey-like creatures. I can't really remember their names. That kind of side there, you know, with how the golems there are kind of befriending the these kind of monkey koala creatures.
Them glowy.
There's even one of them kind of like the fox having things in their mouth, so there's definitely also that. If anyone knows the names of the creatures, please comment down below. More custom foliage, ground blocks, even rocks there. And then we've got our next major topic of discussion, which is these golems, which it's kind of like those redstone golems in Minecraft Dungeons, except they're definitely much friendlier as well as much greener. Yep, there's one of them rising up now.
They used to be our enemies.
So they used to be their enemies. Okay, so sounds interesting.
Discovery of magic. Man's discovery of magic. It's driving these golems to extinction.
man's discovery of magic, driving golems to their extinction. That's pretty neat to see right there, that kind of butterfly effect. But that nature being driven to extinction? That must be why it's so hard to track down, but we'll definitely be able to get more plot points in basically when the episodes start coming out, hopefully as we go through 2026.
It's getting away. Come on, Chloe.
It's getting away. Chloe. So that's the name of the lion. Must be because of the glowing blue eyes there.
You know, I'm starting to think that even my own brother's doubting this research.
Yeah, so probably because, as I said, the extinction, they're doubting their own research because it's kind of gotten to a dead end up to this point. And there's also, side note, the custom vines there, which are much thinner than the Minecraft vines, but
you know what they say? If no one believes in you, believe in yourself.
That's right. Oh, yep, and there's that, that I wanted to talk about. Little bop on the nose there. It has that little comic booky effect that I've seen kind of Wazzy use similar things to, and also from earlier the Sword Swish in this video, yeah, both this and Block by Block are giving the impression of legitimately bringing comic book artwork to life. It's kind of taking inspiration from, kind of the Spider-Verse films as well as the kind of the Lego movie. Anyways, moving on. There's more of that green orb there that's about to set off.
And I believe that these golems are more than what they.
What was that again?
More than what they.
More than what they. Okay, so I think she meant to say more than what they seem to be, and she's pretty much proven right with this 3D effect, and yeah, I can kind of see, the kind of red and blue wedges there that's also paying homage to that effect there that I know Wazzy also uses with the landscape shots he did within his trailer for Block by Block, so kind of that extra touch of realism there that once again gives us this kind of comic booky visual tone there that while it's also making sure to take itself seriously enough so that the audience is completely immersed. Holy heck, this animation is spectacular. I've rambled way more on the animation than a lot of the actual story itself, so even though I said it's definitely paying homage to Dungeons through kind of its animation style as well as kind of the elements, the extra weapons, armors, that sort of thing, as well as the general items like this book she's holding, the backpack there, and also kind of an MCSM tribute with how the arms actually bend as they should. But yeah. Oh yeah, that shimmering effect there with the pixelated feel there. Oh yeah, that kind of shot alone, it kind of reminds me in a way of, the Temple of Notch there, even though it's definitely not looking out at any sort of temple, it's kind of that landscape that reminds me of it, the jungle, that sort of thing, and with some green glow there, I love how it's framed so that we don't actually get to see what's below. We kind of have to wait out for anticipation, but we know it's going to be truly something absolutely spectacular. And then there's Chloe there, trying to catch some more. Oh yeah. I love how after he's catching it, Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm also kind of having that chuckle there, but Alex also looking as mesmerized as I am. This is going to be truly something spectacular that's going to come. I'm really hoping that Wazzy, before the end of this year, gives us a progress video that leaves me with this exact facial expression. If they can do that, then 2025 will have been a good year for more Block by Block updates. I'll lay that out there right now. And we get our first look at the new Ancient Debris logos, which I'm definitely going to use for the thumbnail of this video right here. So, yeah, overall, with how this story is going to feature a plotline with Alex investigating the natural wonders of the jungle, the green orbs and everything, with the stone golems, we don't know much, but this person, January 16, who's behind the Cube Canvas Productions producing this indie show, they have a lot of talent. I'm looking at what's going to be most definitely a smaller team than Block by Block, and get out of town. I didn't know you had this much talent. Like, I know Wazzy, for a 16-year-old kid, certainly has a lot of talent for managing something of this scale that was able to produce a trailer like we saw, but this is genuinely impressive also. Okay, without further ado, let's get to the third and final thing we need to react for Age of Debris, the pilot trailer.
Man's discovery of magic.
Yep, discovery of magic.
Driving these golems to extinction.
I found something about Golem's exoskeleton.
Good voice acting. Oh, so they're investigating the
I
golems.
think it'll lead to something.
It's about time that the City of Wonder lives up to its name.
Oh,
Tonight,
spectacular.
a new era for art begins.
New era for art.
Mini golems?
Oh yeah.
Nobody's ever noticed them before.
Yeah.
How much for both?
Hell yeah.
For the price of one.
For the price of one. Oh, shoot. Oh.
I've got something real now, Alex.
Well,
Yep,
I
they're
wasn't
finding
playing
something.
with it. I was continuing our
Oh
research.
man. She's
Things change right in front of us, and we still miss it.
Harry there. Oh. Oh yeah, like, yep, 2026. I was right. That is the release date. And that final shot there, you know, they're definitely teasing something with how there's going to be this sort of split personality Steve's going to have between him and Herobrine. And there's also, you know, some more of the original soundtrack from Ancient Debris. So this is looking genuinely spectacular, you know. I am kind of nostalgic now that I think about it. I'm kind of nostalgic for the whiter skin tone Steve. But like I said, you know, I will absolutely respect January's decision. If that's the route he wants to go, then so be it. Hopefully we can get at least a summer release date for this, because 2025 has been a pretty sparse year for my channel, in case you couldn't tell. My Stranger Things content didn't take off as well as I'd hoped, but this is looking to be very spectacular, and we've got the new cute canvas logo there animated. We're gonna need to dig up the closed captioning for this, so thankfully it looks like they actually manually did the subtitles, so we know what we're hearing is absolutely correct thanks to these titles. So we've got boat.
Discovery of magic.
Yes, discovery of magic. Looks like a coin, you know. You kind of do that coin trick where you kind of hide a nickel and then have it fall out from your ear.
It's driving these golems to extinction.
So it's driving these golems to extinction. We see a shot from the teaser.
Found some.
And it looks like we got a shot picked back right up from the initial proof of concept that was first released in 2024. Yeah.
Golem's exoskeleton in one of the journals.
Looks like more footage from that teaser, and then we get to new footage right there. So let's actually be more focused on the substance of the story. I'll go back to the animation when need be, but let's focus on the substance of the story. So leading to something, so they're definitely investigating the magic and the golems, you know, what's behind it and everything. So
It'll lead to something.
It's about time.
the City of Wonder. So it's going to be the other setting, you know, that we've seen, which a lot of it was basically, I believe, built on the Java servers. We're seeing that reanimated for the purpose of the animation software they're using. What animation software are they using again? Was it Blender? I think it's Blender. Anyways.
City of Wonder
And then there's these cube spinning.
lives up to its name.
Oh yeah, some spectacular effects there, you know. They're definitely already embracing the mythological aspects, so this is definitely prior to Steve's mutilation and possessing the Herobrine power rest there. There's kind of that desert temple, you know, the ancient most ruined there on the topmost hill on the village there, except instead of sand yellow as well as terracotta orange, they're definitely going for more of a navy blue with Cordish whites there. The City of Wonder with its Colosseum, you know, there's kind of the blue clothing mostly, as well as some yellows, greens, reds, and there's kind of the fight between Steve and Ari in the arena.
Tonight, a new era for art begins.
There's that kind of blue and white stylized aesthetic that's also based on that temple there, so definitely going to be the town's colors. You know, I know blue, or at least the darker blue, you know, kind of symbolizes wealth, you know, and kind of the more oligarchical aspects of the town, and there's also white there, which could also, you know, kind of symbolize the cultural inequality that could be within the town. Mini golems.
Are those mini golems?
Spectacular designs, by the way. So they're basically trying to kind of make bank off these mini golems that are being sold for the market. Oh, So Steve gets injured here apparently. So could this be the fight scene in which his body gets mutilated?
Nobody's ever noticed them before.
Oh.
How much for both?
Oh, there's kind of Alex sleeping there. How much for both? Oh yeah, so there's definitely Steve there drawing out that spell. Like, that color palette with those visual effects looks freaking spectacular. 2. Same with Alex's there.
Price of 1.
2 for the price of 1. So they're definitely going to be interconnected together with that line, you know, those 2 golems. Hopefully there'll be actual character behind them and not just being MacGuffins. There's that black and white effect that I've definitely seen Wazi use in freeze frames with the TNT exploding in Bloomtown, as well as Gabriel fighting off the Red Tyrant. And sees Steve looking up, kind of having that seizure there as he's possibly dealing in more with the curse of Herobrine. Oh, now that's sick. Like, he's getting possessed with that. Like, kind of also reminds me, you know, of Stranger Things, you know, with Will going through seizures as he does, you know, with his own possession, and the eyes trickling down and going up white, and then his whole body being withered. Like, that is some grotesque stuff right there. And then there's, I think, what's supposed to be Ari or Steve. No, that's not Ari from the first frame. This is Ari, and this is definitely somebody else, because the skin's a more tan color there.
Look, I've got something real now, Alex.
Oh yeah.
Well, I wasn't playing with it. I was continuing our research.
Oh yeah. So it looks like they're playing with something, you know. I can't see what it is. Could it be the 2 totems that were there that we saw in the pilot teaser? Or could it be something else? Because I'm not really seeing it. I'm only seeing a spyglass here.
Alex.
Well, playing with it. I was
There's kind of the fiery smoke there with that pixelated effect. No complaints still.
Continuing our research.
Things change right in front of us.
Yeah, so looks like Steve has some sort of, don't know how you can describe this sort of relationship. Like, are they, friends or are they, enemies, you know, rivals, that sort of thing? I guess we'll have to wait and see for more answers. And there's also, I can't tell if it's Chloe there, but that's definitely a white lion there that's sleeping behind her. Oh, this line. Things change right in front of us and we still miss it. Could that be a potential theme? Things changing right in front of us and we still miss it, you know? Like, we'll definitely have to get a hold more of the narrative that's to come for more definitive answers, but this is intriguing to say the least. And there's this more archery character. It looks like he's also entering something I don't think is the Colosseum. It's not. It's too small, but can't tell who it is. I can't tell. Is that Alex or is that somebody else? Oh, yeah. There's that upgraded effect there, which they've got the green there for the jungle orbs, as well as the blue for the, for these, flying things, you know? Yeah. And then they briefly show us a more yellowy effect there with ancient debris instead of the green we got. And yeah, 2026. Hopefully with how much work they've put into this, how they didn't as prematurely announce a release date, unlike with Block by Block, hopefully we're gonna get something good come 2026 for real. But like I said, if you need to delay it, go for it. Because as I said, the last thing anyone needs is for this to turn out as messy and underdeveloped and abominable to everything the game stands for, as a certain moron crap movie was. But I digress. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far, so that's pretty much my reaction of all 3 of these now complete. Do you want to see me do more Ancient Debris coverage for this channel when we get more news of it come 2026? Please leave a like and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on for when that happens, and also to boost the algorithm if you want to see more of this content. So that out of the way, this has been Netta and Defender here. See you in the next one. So long for now.